Carefree wherever you may be, let me throw you a question. How does an 18-year-old striker on his first ever senior start walk into a game against PSG and look like he belongs? Not survive, not hide, belongs. Lucas Beraldo struggling, Lucas Hernandez feeling it, William Pacho almost getting dunked on for a debut goal he would have nightmares about. 4 shots against PSG as a teenager on debut, and suddenly you have scouts whispering, analysts leaning forward, and Man United holding talks. His name is Mohamed Kader Meite. And whether this becomes a £26 million market opportunity or a long-term mistake depends on one thing. Is this just physical dominance, or is there something deeper going on here? Let's talk about it. This is not just another big striker profile. Kader Meite was born on October 2007. He stands 6'4". He's already a France under-21 international at 18. He's contracted to Rennes until 2028. But the important part is not the bio, it is where he comes from football-wise. Before Rennes, before Ligue One, before PSG Knights, Meite comes out of Paris youth football. And if you know, you know, that environment is not rondos and tidy patterns, it is trench warfare. Under 14 and under 15 games in Paris and Marseille are chaos, small-sided, physical, ego-driven. And scouts are not watching to see if you can do step-overs in a cone box. They want to know if you'll put a senior centre-back on skates when it matters. This is where the real distinction gets made. Are you technically able to spin and dribble diagonally, or are you actually willing to do it when bragging rights are on the line? Meite grew up in the second category. You see it in his game, you see it in his confidence, you see it in the way he wants defenders to engage him. This is not a striker who avoids contact, this is a striker who hunts it. Let's start with the thing that jumps out straight away. Why does Meite get on the ball so often? It is not tactics, it is not separation movement across the front line. He does not stand between centre-backs waiting for service. Instead, he slides across them, pins one, nudges the other, then half turns and creates a passing lane before the defender realizes it exists. That is why, despite his limited starts, he's constantly involved. Then there's his willingness to take defenders on. This matters because it's not reckless, it is functional. He wants the duel. He wants to find out what type of defender you are. Are you the defender who stands his ground and refuses to get too close so you do not end up in a clip like Saliba? Or are you the defender who flies into tackles on a 3G pitch trying to win the ball and your opponent's soul at the same time, like Wesley Fofana? Meite invites the second type. He does it in a swashbuckling and carefree way. Yes, it causes turnovers, but it also creates moments where the crowd leans forward and says, alright, you can also do that. Now add this in his fundamentals with his back to goal. This is the real separator. A lot of young forwards want to play with their back to goal. Very few can actually do it. Meite can. He shows control on the first touch under pressure, he understands body orientation, he uses his frame without fouling. He knows when to lay it off and when to roll a defender. That is not about desire, that is about the ability. And at 18, that is rare. Now we slow this down because hype is dangerous. Meite is not a finished striker, he's nowhere near it. Rennes manager Habib Beye has been clear. His link-up play needs refinement. His movement needs to become more consistent. He can drift out of games when defenders refuse to engage him physically. That is completely normal for his age. He's still learning when to hold the ball, when to release it early, when to spin instead of pin, and when to choose the simple option over the spectacular one. This is also a structural risk. If you drop him into a rigid, possession-heavy system too early, you risk sanding down what makes him special. That carefree, chaotic, Paris-bred edge can be coached out of players. And that is the danger, because technical finesse alone does not guarantee dominance against senior defenders. Meite already has the dominance. United would need to make sure they do not remove it. So let's bring this back to United. Why are they interested? Because this is a market opportunity profile. An 18-year-old striker, roughly £26 million, elite physical tools, a goal involvement every 106 minutes in Ligue 1, a France under-21 international, already comfortable against PSG-level defenders. He's not coming in to be the starting striker next season, that is not the plan. This is about building a long-term striker room. Think 3 to 5 years down the line. Benjamin Sesko as the polished, explosive number 9, Meite as the dominant chaos-creating presence, and Chido Obi developing underneath. That is squad planning, that is optionality. Realistically, Meite would like to be loaned. Nice makes sense. Ligue 1 keeps the environment familiar. He gets minutes without pressure, and there's also the Lenny Euro connection. Same club pathway, same ecosystem. United already know Rennes' development works. The real question United need to ask is simple. Would Meite's development path be better than what we already have in-house? If the answer is yes, then the deal makes sense. If the answer is no, you walk away. But do not get it twisted. This is not a random teenager. This is a tier 1 striker prospect. Raw, carefree, physically dominant and already unbothered by the biggest stages. Those players do not come around often, and when they do, you usually notice them first because centre-backs do.